This is the Fifth Estate, coming to you from the Fort Hall School of Government in Nairobi City and Professor Mutahi Ngunyi. A few weeks ago or so, KTN ran an exclusive story claiming that Kalonzo has been offered the 2027 running mate position by Ruto, and that come 2032, Ruto and his brigade will back Kalonzo. Whether this is true or not, it sounds like a game changer should it happen. But the question is, will it? We ask this question because Kalonzo is not particularly clever. He expects Gachagua and Kikuyus to endorse him. But zero. Gachagua will be on the ballot. The Constitution says he can only be barred from the presidential race after all the court processes have been exhausted. And because Gachagua is a sneaky fellow, he will drag the court processes until 2032 and beyond. This way, he will be eligible to run in 2027. If Kalonzo's hope is Gachagua, therefore, he is damned. But what about Uhuru Kenyatta? Is there hope in the son of Jomo for Kalonzo? If you read Kalonzo's biography, he talks of how Uhuru duped him in the 2013 election. Kalonzo expected to be Uhuru's deputy president, but Uhuru gave the position to Ruto. What is our point here? The only person who will endorse Kalonzo is Kalonzo himself, personally. End of discussion.
If Uhuru and Gachagua will not endorse Kalonzo, who is their candidate? We already know that Gachagua will endorse himself, run for president, and fail. Period. But what we do not know is who Uhuru Kenyatta will endorse. Some people say that Matiang'i is his candidate. That if we vote for Matiang'i, he will be Uhuru's third term. But this is nothing but classical material nonsense. Let me explain. Politics is about interests, not ideals or convictions, not loyalty or friendship. Politics is about interests and advantage. And so we ask, what interests does Matiang'i put on the table to warrant an endorsement from the Kenyatta family? Zero interests. The man wants to become president using Uhuru's money. Dead end. But Ruto has interests that can align with those of the Kenyatta family. For starters, what was Uhuru doing at State House this week? Did he go to discuss the Nairobi Expressway and the Kenyatta interests in it? And can Ruto fix this problem? If he can, what will Matiang'i give Uhuru that Ruto cannot? Simple question. Uhuru has no votes, and as a result, his endorsement of Ruto will not count. However, Uhuru can be used for nuisance value. His mission is to disorganize opposition to preserve elite interests. And he is doing a brilliant job.
Back to Kalonzo. Because he's not particularly clever, we need to take him to school on how betrayals happen and why the offer from Ruto is God-sent. Dear Kalonzo, have you heard of a concept known as Machiavellian geometry? According to Niccolo Machiavelli, every alliance is drawn like a geometric shape, a square, a triangle, or a circle. And these shapes are held by shared interests. If one of the lines collapses, the entire geometric shape collapses. And at this point, betrayal is not a crime, it is a necessity. Julius Caesar and Brutus were bound by a political triangle. But when Caesar's dominance grew too large, geometry demanded a correction. And the only correction was the blade that went through Caesar's throat. Although Caesar and Brutus were best of friends, their political triangle collapsed, and Brutus had to betray Caesar by killing him. Dear Kalonzo, stop whining about people betraying you. When the political geometry in opposition collapses, you will be betrayed. Uhuru and Ruto are already not with you. Fact. Even that your BFF, the man without a beard and looks like a girl, will betray you. And then there is Mother Superior, who does politics like a virgin nun. That too will betray you. It is called the Machiavellian geometry.
Final thought for Kalonzo, who is also a virgin nun politically. There is no virtue in politics, only interests. The man who calls you brother in politics is either using you or about to replace you. And this is what Uhuru did with his brother Babaman. He used him, then replaced him with Ruto. All along, Uhuru did not want Raila as president. His choice, and still is, Ruto. And that is because their interests converge. But Kalonzo is not particularly clever. He could not see this ploy. Uhuru and Gachagua will not endorse him in 2027. And Kikuyus despise Kalonzo. Kalonzo chasing Kikuyus is like a blind man in a dark room chasing a black cat which is not there. He will find nothing. But Ruto has invited Kalonzo to the table. Before Christmas, Kalonzo can have 4 ministers in Ruto's government and be treated like Raila, a co-president. But Kalonzo is not particularly clever. If he runs in opposition, he will be betrayed and he will lose. If he runs independently, the way he did in 2007, he cannot force Ruto to make him deputy president the way Kibaki made him vice president in 2007. But the DP position has been offered to him, according to the KTN report, including the presidency in 2032. Why will he not take it?